I got into Muay Thai it was about 1994. I started with boxing before that. Did 6 months or so of boxing. Kind of wanted to do more kicks, stuff like that. Muay Thai was the next logical step. And I always kind of expected to move on from there, you know, do boxing, then Muay Thai, then like Kung Fu or Aikido. Back then I was into Steven Seagal movies and stuff. I just kind of never went anywhere further with it. I was just like, Muay Thai, yep, I'm just going to stick with this. I wanted to open up my own gym because I thought I could offer something slightly different to what I was seeing out there. I enjoyed teaching. I've always enjoyed teaching. And I thought it was like the next logical step for me, for my own development. But it was also, I felt like I could offer people a slightly different experience to what I was seeing from other gyms. And so, was it 2005, 2006, I sort of started teaching seriously. And then in 2010, I missed it. We started the program as a way of encouraging our younger members, and especially young guys that are in high school or maybe don't have enough money, but still want to continue, and they show a bit of potential, they show a good work ethic, good people. I just wanted to kind of encourage them and bring them on and give them a chance at something different, and give them a chance to earn what they were doing. You know, it's all very easy to have your parents pay your membership or whatever, but a lot of kids at that age, I feel like they want to earn stuff themselves. They want to know they do it for themselves, and what we do here kind of gives them that opportunity. We've got a few really good kids. We've had a couple of kids that had trouble with school work and couldn't really make the commitment, but on the whole, the kids that we've given the chance to they've really excelled themselves. They've gone the extra mile. They come in, they make the time, they work hard when they're here. And I feel like they're getting a lot out of it. I get just as much out of it. Honestly, I do it for purely selfish motives. I encourage the young fellas because I want to keep them and groom them and bring them on, give them a reason to stick with it. And I get good work out of it. One of my rules for my kids when they come in and join the cleaning program and the staff program is that they have to get their studies done first. That's one thing that parents and I always agree on, is first responsibility is the schoolwork. You've got to look after your future first. But then after that, here, when they're not studying, when they're not working at the desk or whatever, I want them here training. Most of the kids that come in, they find me. We've got a pretty big internet presence, and we get a lot of kids coming in. They talk about they want to study Muay Thai, they want to do MMA, they want to know if we've got student loans. If they can't afford it, I try to give them a discount for the first month or so. If they're still having trouble and I think I see potential in them, then I'll offer them the cleaning for membership. You have to be really careful of things like staph infection, ringworm, herpes, all that sort of horrible gear. And because of that, we have to clean up every night. We have to clean every surface that anybody rolls on. We have to totally scrub the mats every night with antibacterial solution. We have to bleach the floors. We have to spray the pads down. And that takes about, for 3 guys, it takes an hour to an hour and a half every night after we finish to get everything clean. So the kids that come in, they basically have to do everything. They clean everything from the toilets to the mats, general housekeeping. I don't usually offer the staff, like membership desk staff jobs, as part of the work program for memberships. But what I do is if one of the guys or girls is on the cleaning staff doing the program there, if they work hard and they always come in and they're intelligent, they do their job and they act like they care. If I feel like they're a right fit, I'll offer them the job first. I always like to hire in-house before I go elsewhere. And the other thing about the cleaning, the deal with the cleaning for membership is that it gives me a chance to see what their personality is like and whether they're willing to work hard. You know, if a kid comes in and he's like, I'm not going to clean a toilet, and I'm like, well, you're not going to work for me, are you? But if a kid comes in like Jose, my old fellow Jose, he's unstoppable. He trains hard. He works hard. When he cleaned, you didn't have to tell him what to do. He was one of those kids that will find something to do. He'll keep busy. And he treated the gym like it was his own place, like he cared about it. So when a position opened up on the desk, he was the first person I spoke to. Parents like it. I mean, the parents, they're always nervous when their kids do serious martial art like Muay Thai or boxing or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But I think I make the parents come in, I ask the parents to come in to meet me and see the gym before they sign off on having their kids train. And so they get an idea of what we're about and that we're a serious place and their kids are going to have structure. And then when I offer the cleaning for membership, first of all, they know they're going to save money. And secondly, they know that the kids are in an like a good environment. You know, we keep them off the streets. We encourage them to do the right thing as much as possible. I see a lot of improvements in young people when they train. The most important one that I've noticed, and it's not just kids, it's all ages, is confidence. I see people that come in all the time, they're really shy and bookish, maybe got picked on in school, and they train for 6 months and they start to believe in themselves a little more. I think training, especially in an easy martial art like Muay Thai, I mean it's not easy, but it's easy to learn. You can pick up a lot in 6 months. And every class you come in and you get better and you notice that you've improved at something, it gives you a reason to feel good about yourself. And I think a lot of these kids need that. I honestly feel like one of the reasons I love what I do is I feel like I make a difference. I feel like I'm helping people every day. I get people coming in that are overweight and they lose weight through training. I get kids that come in that have been picked on and bullied in school, and within 6 months they're like a different person. They're much more confident, they carry themselves with their chin up, they assert themselves better. It makes a huge difference for them, and it makes me feel really good about what I'm doing. I like the program as it is now. I'm always open to suggestions, but I feel right now the way it's working is perfect for us. I've got kids coming through all the time that start off in the cleaning program and then end up working the desk. They have a couple of fights and they end up teaching. And it's like a progression, they get more and more involved. And I feel like we may make some small changes in the future, but I'm pretty happy with how it's working out. I do encounter challenges with bringing kids in from time to time. Some kids just aren't suited to that sort of thing. Some kids are more mature than others. And some kids fall behind in their schoolwork, so their parents ring me up and we have a chat, and I'm like, all right, you need to focus more on your schooling. Some kids get girlfriends or boyfriends. That's the big one. They discover girls and suddenly they can't make their shifts because they're staying at their girlfriend's place. And the other thing is, you know, kids at 16, 17, 18, they're discovering beer, pot, that kind of thing. It rears its ugly head, and there's not much we can do on the ground here for it. I mean, I tell people to stay away from all that sort of stuff, but kids are kids, you know, and sometimes they just drift away. I don't know personally of any other gyms that are doing this program. I'm sure there are. I'm sure there's plenty of gyms. I mean, it just seems common sense, you know. You've got young fellas. I think any serious fight club should be doing something like this to promote their younger members, because that's where the future is. As a coach, I want as many young guys and girls on my fight team as possible, because at 18, they've got a 16 to 20 year career ahead. Guys in their 30s, you know, they've only got a few more years left of competition. So I want to encourage the older guys, but I really want to push those younger guys to push themselves and see how far they can go with it. And I wish I'd started a little younger than I did. If I'd started when I was 15 or 16, instead of waiting till I was 20, 21, I would have, I don't know where I'd be now. They do it in Thailand. They do this all the time, and that's basically how the Muay Thai culture works over there. Kids from poor families go to a Muay Thai camp, and they basically live in the camp. It's part of their way of supporting the family. So it's different, but I like to think the same kind of family. The youngest is 16. I generally, because we don't have a kids class, so the kids under 16 generally, not all the time, but most of the time they're a little small to train with the adults. So we generally keep it at 16 to 18 as the minimum age cutoff. But as I said, there's kids joining all the time. And then there's kids leaving to concentrate on school, there's kids changing up to the front desk staff. At any one stage, we've got like 3 or 4 kids working cleaning stuff. There isn't a lot of activity in charity work and non-profit work within the Muay Thai community, although there are some exceptions. You know, Joe Samperi and a few other people, I think Chris Romolo, they're involved in that non-bullying. There's a thing they're doing about combating bullying in schools and stuff like that. There's you guys, we're doing our little bit. But I think it is everybody's responsibility to try to do something. Even if it's something small, just something to help out. I think Muay Thai is already growing. I think Muay Thai is starting to really take off. I think MMA is helping, but I think in the last 5 years, from what I've seen, Muay Thai has taken off in its own right. A lot of the kids in the cleaning program are interested in competition. I wouldn't say it's something that I consciously aim for, but I definitely want to encourage the kids that I think have got potential to stay with it. And if that means offering them a chance in the cleaning program, that's definitely one of my reasons. If you want to learn more about Evolution Muay Thai, just check out our website, evolutionmuaythai.com. It's got our full schedule, our address, everything. Come on down. We specialise in trying to help all levels. I think the Muay Thai Preservation Project is absolutely fantastic. I support it 100%.